So, wir haben immer noch Tag, das ist auf jeden Fall gut. Und so. Ich gehe mal in die Richtung. Ich suche Arden Schattenklinge. Bist du das?
Oh no. Are you one of those people obsessed with my son? I'm sorry, but we don't accept visitors.
Sohn, du siehst noch gar nicht so alt aus. Augenblick. Wie alt ist Arden denn bitte?
I'm sorry, but I don't share any information about Arden. I'd appreciate it if you left him alone.
Hör mal, ich muss wirklich mit Arden reden. Seine Bücher sind gefährlich.
Dangerous? Those almanacs he writes about armor? Are we talking about the same books?
Die Leute nutzen seine Bücher, um Rüstungen anzufertigen und sterben.
Wait, I never thought. I mean, I knew Arden's books were out there, but I always figured they were just collecting dust in some forgotten corner. Who in their right mind would use those to make actual armor? By the gods, he's not an armorer. He's just a boy with his nose in a book.
Hast du das nicht kommen sehen? Du musst doch das Risiko gekannt haben, als du den Kaufleuten seine Schriften überlassen hast.
Now that you say it, I suppose I should have known. When those merchants from Timberwall came asking for more of Arden's work, I should have realized something was off. They weren't just interested in making a few copies. Oh, Mother, help me. I let it happen. I just wanted him to feel, I don't know, recognized. I never stopped to think how serious it might all become, that someone would actually try to make armor based on his advice. I should have thought of it then, should have seen the risk, but no, I just thought it'd be a little bit of coin, a bit of pride for Arden. Now look at the mess I've caused. Go inside. Speak with my son if you want. I'd be grateful if you could try to explain this to him.
Okay, cool. Ah, hier stehen wir was, okay. You're done.
My father let you in? He never lets anyone through. I don't get visitors. Ever. You must be important. What could you possibly want with me?
Du musst mit dem Schreiben aufhören. Deine Bücher sind gefährlich.
Dangerous? How could writing about armorsmithing be dangerous? I don't understand. I'm not telling anyone to go into battle with the things I make. I'm just documenting the process, the way I see it, the way I learn. It's no different than a chronicler writing about wars or knights. Their words don't cause harm. My books, they're meant to show how beautiful armorsmithing is. I love the craft, the intricacies, the details. Why should that be dangerous?
Den Leuten ist nicht klar, dass du nur experimentierst. Sie sehen deine Bücher als Fachwissen an.
But that doesn't make sense. Why would they trust me more than actual armorers? I'm just someone who loves writing about the craft. Why would anyone take my words over the words of someone who's been working metal their whole life? I thought they'd see it for what it is. Just the way I understand things. It's not meant to replace real experience. I'm perplexed. How could anyone think that?
Sobald deine Bücher veröffentlicht wurden, haben die Leute aufgehört, deine Methoden zu hinterfragen.
Shops? But they're sold like any other book. That doesn't make them some kind of holy text. People shouldn't stop questioning just because something is written down. It's just one way of doing things, not the only way. Why would anyone think that? It's just my notes. I hear what you say, but it doesn't seem fair. I didn't want any of this. I didn't ask for people to treat my books like they're the law. I just wanted to share my ideas. If I stop now, then what was the point of everything I've done?
Wie wäre es denn, wenn du einen Hinweis einfügst, dass du keine echte handwerkliche Erfahrung besitzt?
That would be practical. If I just say up front that it's not finished, people won't make the mistake of thinking it's expert advice. Yes, that might solve the problem. I can still write what I want, and they'll have no reason to misinterpret it. Please, tell my father to contact my publisher. I'm too busy right now to talk.
Okay, hoffentlich reicht das aus.
Nice to see you. So, did you find what you were looking for?
Aden ist ein ganz besonderer Junge.
He sure is. As skilled as any four-dweller. Ambitious as a knight of the round table. Only shame is, he can't seem to leave that cursed basement. You can see for yourself, he doesn't handle, well, people too easily. Sometimes I wondered if I did something wrong. The boy never looks anyone in the eye. He only lives for those armors of his, and he'd eat nothing but that cursed fish soup if he could. But his mother, may the All-Mother shine upon her soul, she always said that's what makes him unique, and that it's our duty to love him as he is. So I love him, and I support him with all my heart, but I'd rather not think about what'll happen to him once I'm gone.
Vielleicht könntest du ihn in die Hörner schicken. Dort nehmen sie jeden auf.
Arden, in the service of the horns of the south? I can't see it. Although, if they'd let him have a forge and a mentor, without making him fight or bond with others, who knows? That's something to think about. Thank you for caring this much.
Du solltest in Almanach einen Hinweis abdrucken, dass seine Rüstungsentwürfe reine Theorie sind, nicht umsetzbar.
That could be a solution. Thank you for talking to him. There are days he doesn't say a single word to his own father. I have to slip messages between little facts about armor. It can be exhausting sometimes.
Aha. Was haben wir denn hier? So, gucke ich mich noch hier oben mal ein bisschen um. Okay. Noch ein Versuch. Schmugglermesser.
This is unexpected. You look beautiful, you know. And you have a beautiful soul. Maybe even more. I can hear them fluttering. I see they're soft, trust me. Even though filth is filth, I can be generous. I want to be generous. I want to be good.
Wovon redest du?
Souls, trinkets, all those that belonged to others, but are now yours, because you dared to reach for them. For you. A blessing of sophistication, even lack.
Seelen sind also Münzen?
Coins, items, a man who is a scavenger, whether he's filth or not. A soul that yearns.
Wer bist du?
Nothing more than a mongrel, but no. That would be too much.
Mutzfink, merkwürdiger Name. Woher kommst du? Woher kommt der?
Filth. Both a name and a title. One cannot forget about titles. There were people who made filth aware of let it feel special. Oh, and one more thing. If you have anything that once belonged to someone else, I'll gladly take...
Du bist ein Hehler.
First and foremost, and filth. Heavy souls don't rest so heavy on filth.
So, was verkauft er denn? Attributpunkte +1 dauerhaft. Nehmen wir. Wiederbelebung nach dem Tod. Nee, brauchen wir nicht. Okay. Türen sind verschlossen, okay. Kommen wir hier oben irgendwo hin?
I didn't mean... I'm really... Oh, I promise!
Okay. Stadtwohnsitz. Sichere dir dein eigenes gemütliches Stück Kurnacht mit rustikalem Charme, gelegentlichem Wildniseintritt und Ausblick auf einen Menhir, der auf keinen Fall im Sterben liegt. In diesem einzigartigen Heim erwarten dich knarzende Böden, ein Keller, über den die Einheimischen nicht reden wollen, und Umzugsaufforderungen, die zuweilen unter der Tür hindurchgeschoben werden. Die perfekte Wahl für tapfere Seelen, deren langfristige Pläne flexibel sind. Also kann ich hier ein Zuhause kaufen. Okay, das brauchen wir nicht. Warte mal, wo sind wir denn hier? Gelandet, aha. Okay. Ulfric.
You see all these people? Men hear this, men hear that. The weirdness is coming. They scream and run around like headless chickens. But in the end, they all kick the bucket just the same. Am I wrong?
Du hast nicht ganz unrecht.
So, someone here still has their head on straight, eh? And here I thought everyone was living off nothing but fear and foolish. Oh, but not for us. For us, Heather Bloom, hey?
Alles klar. So, du trägst eine interessante Kopfbedeckung.
Interesting. I traded some noble brat for it. Give him a bow. He said he'd need it. Poor fool thinks that's what matters. If you think it's stupid, why did you take it, eh? Exactly because it's stupid. Life's bloody dumb, so I figured I'd just join in.
Was hast du vorher gemacht?
Before I took up smoking full time, I was Yvain's huntsman. Oh, don't look at me like that, it's true. Hunted game every day. Now, oh, you should have seen it.
Und warum machst du das nicht mehr?
The men here's weakened. The forest's got less game. And there's more filth crawling out of the weirdness. So Yvain called off the hunts. Too dangerous, that bastard. With those words, he took away the greatest... Oh.
Okay, hier kann ich auch einfach alles mitnehmen. Das ist ja wunderbar. Okay, dann haben wir hier soweit alles durchsucht. Die Häuser sind da noch irgendwie tiefer. Mhm. Hier geht's also nochmal dahin. Interessant, interessant. Aber hier geht's noch nicht mal so tief. Okay. Wir bleiben erstmal hier in der Stadt. Was haben wir denn hier sonst noch so? Menhirgewölbe können wir nicht einfach so
You doing okay?
besuchen.
You're not here to talk about the men here, are you? Oh, please say no. Oh, there are far more exciting things to chat about. Like treasure hunting, for instance. You got a look about you. I bet you've been to some dangerous places, haven't you? I'm Bonksy, by the way. I'm an adventurer myself. I have a few trinkets to sell from my last expedition. Want to take a look?
Was hat es mit dem Gerede von Menhir auf sich?
Oh, I'm not entirely sure. I'm just passing through. From what I understand, Camelot wants to move it to their place along with the inhabitants, but they prefer to stay. They want to live in one place their whole lives. Can you imagine that?
Eine Abenteuerin, hm? Von was für Abenteuern reden wir denn?
Oh, all different kinds. Like the ones where you crawl through damp caves or cold tombs, dodge traps, and hope what...
Klingt wie das, was ich die meiste Zeit mache.
Really? Oh, then you know exactly...
Du scheinst etwas jung, um so ein Leben zu führen.
Oh, maybe I am. But I manage just fine. And I wouldn't trade this life for anything else.
Alte Gräber. Du raubst also Gräber aus?
Oh, I just take old, forgotten trinkets. They're no use for the dead anyway.
Ja, natürlich.
It's not
Das
robbery
sag ich
if
auch
nobody's
immer.
around to miss them.
Ja.
I think
Was war dein letztes Abenteuer?
a trip to the caves by the bay in the south. They were drunk. They caught. I bet
Ganz schön Glück gehabt.
you bet. I picked it up from a delightful wandering merchant.
Ich kenne Malachi. Er ist wirklich ein angenehmer Kerl. Oh, ich erinnere mich gar nicht mehr an den.
Isn't he? Always with that cheeky grin.
Wie läuft das Geschäft?
Slowly but surely. In Connacht, fewer people than I expected are looking for artifacts. Potion ingredient, you must be it. It's a piece of art. It's kind of fun.
450 würde ich nehmen.
All right, deal. I just want to get rid of this gear. Oh, one more thing. This armor came with a letter. I found both in the ancestral. Oh, I'm a little jealous, to be honest. I chased the trail myself. But first, I need to sell off my finds so I can travel light. With a full coin purse of...
So. Okay, die habe ich für 150 bekommen. Das war ein sehr guter Deal. So, und ein Brief.
Good to see you.
Was verkaufst du denn sonst? Talentpunkt. Dauerhaft. Na gut. So, was
You doing okay?
verkaufst du? Moment, aber wohin
Welcome!
gehst du?
I haven't seen you around before, but since you decided to visit, I can tell. One day, a friend of mine asked me if her new dress looked good, and I told her, "You have excellent taste." She was tickled pink and said, "Oh, do you really think so?" And I said, "Absolutely." Now, let's get down to business. My name is Osmond. If you're in need of a bow or some arrows, I'm here to explain everything and off.
Warum sollte ich denn auf deine Ratschläge hören?
No. Good advice is always handy, especially, and believe me, when it comes to archery, I'm not just an expert. In fact, I'd be surprised if you found anyone on
Wirklich? Und was macht dich zum größten Fachmann von ganz Avalon?
Well, find me someone else who's been doing this for over 40 years. Every aspect of. Back in '84, I was chosen to represent Connacht in the team archery tournament. And I wasn't even a lick. During one round, we were shooting at targets 100 meters away. The target was the size of a small apple and the wind was blowing from the left. So, I took aim and...
Wenn du so gut bist, warum habe ich dann noch nie von dir gehört?
If you were older, you surely would have heard of me. I could have been the first of Avalon's archers. But as it happened, I joined the...
Was kannst du mir über Connacht erzählen?
About Connacht? What are you...
Erzähl mir von der Umsiedlung nach Camelot.
There's not much to say. They told us the men here's gone out, and now they want to move us along with it. But they've been here for weeks. If I were in charge of the Camelot troops, we'd have been done in...
Erzähl mir von Lord Yvain.
He's a good man, but that woman of his... Oh, mother preserve me. She once set herself on fire along with half the mansion. Honestly, I'd have just let her burn. She wants to go up in smoke, be my guest. I was born here, around 81.
Danke, ich habe genug
I could
gehört.
have joined, but... And
Reden wir etwa über etwas
in the
anderes.
watch, I saw it, and they... I kept her... then I... Oh,
So, Klatsch brauchen wir jetzt nicht. Weißt du, wo man hier Arbeit finden kann?
as it happens, there's something you can do for me. I've written a letter to Lord Yvain, a few suggestions on how, in my view, he ought to handle this whole business with Camelot. Figured he could use a bit of advice from someone with strategic sense. Ahead for Would you take it to him? You've got younger legs and...
Na gut.
Brilliant. Here you go.
Hey,
Hello.
warte.
Oh? So, just... Hello.
So. Was verkauft er denn hier? Nur ein Giftpfeil? Das ist ja sehr interessant.
I
Ja, gut.
envy you.
So, von dem brauchen wir nichts.
Elixirs and all. Yes, all magic is a scam, an illusion that pretends to give you something. My elixirs work because they're based on knowledge and experience. Anyway.
Dann lass mal gucken. Salbei brauche ich eigentlich sehr. Und hier hast du Spiritualität. Okay. Der verkauft noch so ganz komische Sachen. Das ist gut.
You do.
Hello there. Looking for... Ah, but where are my manners?
Du wirkst ausgesprochen gut gelaunt.
Well, the men here doesn't seem to be on the verge of dying anymore, and with the Camelosians around, business is booming. The longer they stick around with nothing to spend their coin on but our... It's a bit of a shame.
So. Das brauchen wir alles nicht.
Oh, hello there.
Ah. Schnellreisepunkt ist auf jeden Fall gut. Und hier waren wir schon, glaube ich. Ja. Einmal Nacht geworden. Handwerkergasse, da müssen wir aber bestimmt hin. Da gibt es bestimmt einen Schmied oder so.
Spare a coin for... Hungry?
There's nothing. Go. Look around. It's just there. And I've seen it haunt a kid. Press. Oh, cool.
So, was haben wir hier? Mhm. Da ist meine Truhe. Eine Taverne und... Ja... Was haben wir noch?
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Hier. Hochladen. Könnte richtig gut sein.
Welcome to Vrel's bookshop. No reading without buying.
Du meinst, dass Leute Hand angelegt haben? Hier drin?
Aye,
Du bist also eine Daireata.
aye. No one like so.
Eine Daireata mit einem Buchladen. Das sieht man auch nur selten, oder?
Perhaps it is. But you'd think that so-called civilized people hearing the same crude comments over and over again makes... Then there are the braver ones who tell me I'm not... They all have more in common than they...
Es klingt, als würdest du nicht unbedingt große Stücke auf deinem Stamm halten.
They're no bad. I was a rightful member of the tribe, and believe me, I didn't get my name for nothing. Funnily enough, every time you can guess the rest.
Ich bin Fran begegnet.
Oh, great. How's she doing? Still in her path?
Oh, sie hat sich ein Auge angeschlossen.
Of course she did. It doesn't surprise me that she decided to join a fanatic. Though it is amusing that she chose one capable of using She never believed in the power of words. But perhaps that's...
Du bist damit jetzt eine Namenlose?
I am no sure. When they decide to kick you out and take your name, they make a whole ceremony of it. But I left pretty much the moment my sister stopped yelling. You don't have to be there for it though. I don't really care.
Wer hat es dich nach Nacht verschlagen?
This shop belonged to my late husband. We met on the road. I was a mercenary hired to protect the caravan. It was a lethal combination for my... We didn't...
Und warum bist du hier geblieben?
Well, I can't just take the shop and hitch it to a cart, can I? I didn't hate living here, you know? And then he died. And the respect died with him.
Hast du vielleicht zufällig ein Wörterbuch?
A dictionary? That's not exactly a hot item in König. Most folk around here would ask for something light to read before bed. But you're in luck. I had one gathering dust since... Probably since... What do you need it for? Studying? Writing fancy letters? Sorry. It's just such an unusual...
Ich bringe eine Rotkappe das Lesen bei.
Alright, I get it. You don't want to say. That's fair enough.
Ich meine das ernst. Ich kenne eine intelligente Rotkappe, die gern lesen lernen möchte.
You're no joking, are you? A red cap? Keener to learn than most of my customers in every Delrida I've ever met. You know what? Take it as a gift. Nobody else was going to want it anyway.
Okay, cool. So. Leider nicht so die Bücher, die wir brauchen.
Oh, forgive the mess. I didn't really have much choice about where to... Well, it looks like the tavern is closed until further notice. That means Varel's bookshop is only place where I can read...
Wer bist du?
Oh, of course, my apologies. I'm Imran. My thoughts tend to drift far from the present. I'm a scholar of sorts, though not the kind that hides behind walls of parchment. My calling is to seek out traces of what was lost. Ruins, relics, anything older than old. And yes, I'm a Pict. Staying in one place isn't exactly in my nature. So I travel, I learn, I dig through the bones of the world hoping to find something more ancient than mankind.
Woran arbeitest du gerade?
If you're asking out of politeness, let's just leave it at this. I thank you for your interest, but I won't give an answer. Trust me. I could talk the hind leg off a donkey. No need to waste...
Ich bin ehrlich neugierig.
Wow! That's really kind of you. So, thanks to Varel's generosity, I managed to get my hands on a certain book. Well, once a book. Now it's just a pile of loose pages. However, these are some truly fascinating loose pages. They're the writings of a Dalariata scribe from nearly 6 centuries ago. Incredible, right? But what's even more astonishing is the content. This man describes encounters with people who knew nothing of King Arthur or the homelands. Nothing at all. Do you understand what that suggests?
Dass Avalon möglicherweise die Heimat von...
Ah, I'll tell you. It's so exciting. I suspect Avalon may have already been inhabited by a race similar to us, long before our arrival. I've traveled across much of the island, and I've come across some mentions of the people of Farpoint, a place far in the northernmost reaches of Avalon. Few have ever ventured there.
Und was macht dieses Volk von Fernkap im Süden?
Perhaps the weirdness started to gather and ruin their crops, or made hunting more dangerous. Or maybe it was some sort of conflict that forced them to seek a new place on the island. It's hard to say with the scraps of information I've managed to gather so far.
Was ist mit der Wildnis, die die ganze Insel umhüllt?
And so, my friend, here we are, staring down the question, or rather the flood of questions that many Picts I've known have prolonged contact with the weirdness. I thought it was just them, a bunch of lunatics, who first dared to embrace that strange force. And what if it was the first men who knew how to live alongside the weirdness? And think about it. If we could uncover how they did it, the possibilities would be endless. It could change everything.
Und was hast du nun vor?
But now, I'm trying to pull together more valuable information from these writings. But honestly, I feel like I'm hitting a wall. I won't uncover anything new just sitting here. And unfortunately, I got injured on my way to Connacht, and I'm not quite back to my full strength yet.
Was ist das für eine Verletzung?
Oh, don't worry about that, really. I have to give myself some time. I'll be as fit as a fiddle, or...
Wohin willst du gehen?
The Grotto of First Men. That tribal scribe detailed where it should be located. And I'm assuming you're asking... I'd love to go there myself, but this is a matter of some importance to me. I don't want to wait for this one.
Natürlich, ich finde die Grotte.
Truly excellent. I'm deeply obliged, my friend. Here are the notes. They should guide you to the location. Return swiftly, and more importantly, safely.
Du hast erwähnt, dass du verlorene Orte suchst. Gibt es so etwas hier in der Nähe?
I once heard a legend of a mysterious chapel that many adventurers. Some say it holds, others say it is a passage to, but I've never found any proof.
Weißt du irgendetwas über die Lage in Connacht?
The place seems to attract trouble. Not a good place, then. I'd run out of breath listing all the things that plague this place. Of all the misfortunes these poor people are facing, I'd wager the men here is the gravest of them. The Red Death, troubling as it is, seems manageable, at least with the intervention of the priests. But the weirdness, shoot. If the men here goes out, these people will face a far greater peril than any sickness or human form of conflict.
Was kannst du mir über Vrel sagen?
I heard she was a Dalariata who runs a bookshop in Connacht. I was a bit I thought I'd find someone overly rattled and stripped of her own, and I admire her work that she... Sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.